There you go.
Where are you? Is that a bowling alley?
No, I'm live from Maranatha Christian Academy.
Hmm.
What are you doing there?
This is Reese's new school, and she is trying out for volleyball.
Oh, fun.
So she's at volleyball tryouts. I just picked up Brooke from soccer. So it's been a whirlwind. And then I have to get ready for bed. So, like, this is the week before Reese's school starts. So this week we're getting back into the routine. So it is bedtime routine at 9, lights out by 10. And then after that, I need to work because I have a presentation tomorrow. So, yeah.
How's the bedtime thing going?
Good times. You know, they were with Dad on Monday and Tuesday, and so he said it went well. And so tonight will be our night, our first time doing it at our house.
Nice. Ours has not been going well so far.
Okay, I was just going to ask.
We don't like yell or anything anymore. It's more like the mornings that what happens is it's not night that's a problem. It's the mornings when they have to go to school that become a problem.
Oh,
and
got
it'll
it.
be even more of a problem if, because my wife's planning on working full-time while the kids, she goes back and forth. She can't decide. So, working full-time while the kids are in school. And so we'll see, because if that happens, she'll be going to work at 9 o'clock. All the kids are, I think the last one gets on the bus at like 8:30 or something like that. So if they miss the bus, then it becomes a big hassle for her, because I've usually got meetings that start right around 9 o'clock or a little bit before, so I can't necessarily help with that. So
Aren't you happy, Steve, that you don't need to deal with this anymore?
Yes, I am. I will not try to dodge around it or massage it or make it anything other than I'm glad my children are out of the house. I love them dearly, but I'm glad I don't have to deal with that stuff. So instead, I was dealing with other things yesterday. Funny story. So a few years ago, the creek flooded, which it happens every once in a while, and so it encroaches up onto the property, and then it leaves behind a bunch of crap. In this case, thistle. I have had a thistle problem for a couple of years. So I finally this year was like, all right, I need to do something about my thistle. So I was out there, and because it's by the creek, I don't want to use Roundup or anything like that, because that's just no good. So I landed on a solution of vinegar, salt, and dish soap, which is a great weed killer. Excellent weed killer. And so I was out there doing, like, I don't know, probably the 4th killing of the thistle this summer, trying to get rid of it all, because it's a bear.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I'm walking around in there, and I'm like, oh man, that thistle really got me on the ankle. Oh, and I'm like out there in like shorts, and I'm, oh man, another one. And the next thing I know, I look, and it's not thistle. I have somehow stirred up a bunch of angry bees. So I was getting stung like all over my legs, and I raced out of there, and I had a couple of welts, but none the worse for wear. Although I didn't do anything about it, and there's probably some treatment you're supposed to do. I didn't, so instead, like, throughout the night, I was like, man, that really hurts.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That sucks. When was that again?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh my gosh.
Yep.
At least you're not allergic.
Right. So anyway, that's my dumb story of the day, is me not being aware that I was, and I knew there were bees out there, like, because we have a bunch of wildflowers out there too that the bees love. And I had recently made the comment to my wife that, man, there's got to be like hundreds of bees down there. It's awesome. It's great. And then I go parading through there spraying vinegar, which I'm sure made them very angry.
Oh, that's funny.
So while I don't have
Well,
children,
not funny.
while I don't have children swarming and doing anything, I had other
New,
yes,
not nuances. What's the word? Nuisances.
other
Other
pests.
nuisances.
Pests.
New pests. Yes.
So how long do you expect? What is your prognostication, the two of you, for when the groove is in place for the kids? Is it? Do you still think it's going to be through the month of September?
Let me look. I am going to bet that by September 28th is when the family will be in the groove and there won't be any more crying and no more fighting and no more anger and no more I don't want to do this. That will be it's my prediction. So
No more mystery stomach aches. I can't go to school. That kind of thing.
Yeah. What about you, Ethan?
It's like a week or two. It never totally goes away though. You know, people don't want to go to school all the time, but for the most part, everybody's kind of over it after a week or two.
I feel that the week or two they stop complaining, but it still takes about 2 weeks for emotions to stabilize. Because there's still getting used to new teachers and classmates that happens in the first couple weeks, and then they just need to then decompress or digest it and let it run through their body. And so then by the end of the month is when they've worked through all their emotions and feelings towards all the new things that are going on. So, Ethan, I don't know why you feel a little distracted or somber today. Is there anything different going on?
I'm tired.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm really tired.
Yeah. Is it work related, family related, anything that stirred up the increased tiredness?
Yeah, I started lifting again. And then
we wait.
Yeah, we wait for Robot Jess to come back.
Yeah. So
I
you're
lifting
again. Do you go to a health club or do you have your own weight set at home?
Well, I've got enough equipment to do stuff at home, but I prefer going to the gym. I mean, I'm at the house.
Where do you lift your children? Do you just grab them by the shirt collar and?
No. Yeah, I prefer to go to the gym since I'm at home all the time.
Sure.
I mean, even when I wasn't, I was, prior to the pandemic, I still preferred to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really been a fan of working out at home. That's never worked for me.
Yeah, me neither. So, is it just lack of sleep? Why does lifting weights or working out again?
I'm not adjusted to the expenditure of energy.
Got it.
So it'll take me a little while to adjust. And then it clearly did not help that I went and did cardio for lunch today. Because after I got back, I was like, I'm really tired.
You're beat.
This is not good because I still got to go lift now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I've got more cardio to do and lifting. So I'll probably be, I don't know that the adrenaline will be able to overcome it today. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a lot. And isn't it funny how when you work out, you think you're going to get the energy, and they say that working out gives you more energy, but the first 3 weeks of anything new when it comes to workout or food or different diet, it completely F's you up. You're tired, you're crabby, you're this isn't working, this is dumb. And then most of the time people are I give up. And I'm no, keep on doing it. The first 3 weeks suck.
It can. This isn't typically my experience with it. Usually it's the opposite. And so, I mean, it could be that maybe I could have used more sleep or something last night or the last couple days. But yeah, sleep's been better.
How long has it been since you worked out? Like 6 months, a year?
I have not lifted regularly since December of 2021.
Okay.
There was maybe for a little bit or something, but and then I did cardio on and off and had a few good runs. So
I also think that COVID effed everyone's energy up. I've talked to a lot of people, and after they've had COVID, their energy and ability to maintain the cardiovascular and the weightlifting has decreased.
I totally agree with that.
That's why I didn't, when I got it, I wasn't even going to pretend. I'm going to be real sick for 2 weeks, and I'm not even going to try and do anything for at least a month. Based on what I'd heard from everybody who had original COVID plus Delta, I was like, it's not even a thought.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully today's a fluke and I've got a little bit more energy tomorrow. We'll see. I did have to go, my blood pressure was up. It's back down now, which is good.
Wow.
Yeah, sleep has not been fun. I don't know. I've never really felt rested after sleep. I don't know. I've seen this TikTok trend where these people that have deviated septums, they bring their nose open and they're like, that's how normal people breathe. That's what I feel like with sleep. Every once in a while I feel super rested, and I'm like, this is how everybody else wakes up in the morning, because I feel like garbage every day. No matter how much sleep I get, I feel like trash.
Yeah, I know you've always had problems with sleeping. Now it's just
it
become
sucks. After 6 hours now, for sure 8, my body hurts quite a bit, my back specifically, which is annoying because I have to if I'm gonna sleep more than 8, I have to get up and move around for a couple minutes and then go back to sleep. After 6 hours, my body wants to just be straight up awake. It's yeah, it's time to get up now. I'm like, it's not time to get up, buddy.
That's funny. You're old when your body is sore if you've slept for too long. That's a sure tell sign of being old.
Yeah, or just really out of shape. I don't remember if it was that bad. I'm pretty sure that it was, and it got better when I was down quite a bit of weight, but I'm definitely ready for winter right now. I'm trying to get ready for summer.
You're ready for winter? Did you just say that?
Yeah, ready for winter, and that I've got my winter fat on.
Ah, got it.
Your winter coat. That's what I call it.
You're ready to
have my
hibernate.
winter coat on.
Yep.
You've got the extra reserves.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm trying to get ready for summer right now.
That's awesome.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm ready for fall. Did I tell you that I put up all my fall stuff?
Really? Already?
Yeah. I took a little video of it, and the caption was, I don't care. And all my fall stuff, not all, 80% of my fall stuff is outside and in the house. And I'm already dressing like it's fall, even though it's 85 degrees. I'm wearing sweatshirt and baggy pants because I'm I just want it to be fall.
It's cooled off quite a bit.
Yeah, and in the evenings, but during the day it hasn't. I think I'm trying to skip over the month of September so I don't need to like deal with it. So it can just be October.
Yeah, it'll be nice. We're going on vacation in October, and then maybe Thanksgiving. We'll see.
Are either of you state fair goers?
Usually am.
I've never
Ethan?
been.
I won't go
No?
this one.
Okay.
No, never been.
Okay.
And the family's
Wait,
like, we gotta.
what?
I'm like, I
Never?
can't go. Yeah, I've never been, and like, I'm like, I can't go now. I'm like, because now it's like I gotta be the guy that lived here that never went.
Yes. You cannot break that streak. I
I
agree.
can't go. I can't go now. They can
No.
all go without me.
I agree. That is like a fun fact. Like I've never been to a state fair. I want you to use that as like a fun fact when you do
like
icebreakers and stuff.
the 3 truths and a lie.
No lie. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Or never have I ever.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have a question for you. What is the best way to respond to compliments?
Just say thank you.
This is circling back to like a somewhat semi-related to an episode like a year ago, I think.
Yep, this sounds familiar.
But in terms of responding to them, and I'll throw out an example, and you tell me how you think what you think of the response, and I'm going to make it up. So let's say I'm working with a teammate, and let's say we
Okay.
have a retro.
Okay.
This really truly is made up. And let's say I say, hey, Fred, you did an awesome job on this thing in the last sprint. And Fred's response is, oh, that's nothing. I always do stuff like that. That awesome. What do you think is that a good response, or what do you think of Fred's response?
Funny.
Do you know him real well?
Or like I'm always that awesome.
Do you know him real well?
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably. I have said that stuff. If I've said stuff similar to that to people that I'm like really close with, it's a joke.
But what if it's not a joke? What if it is like
True heart, that like true, genuine. I'm always that awesome.
I mean, good for them for having the confidence, I suppose.
Yeah, I
and
know
does
somebody
it matter if the
that I'm
person
close
is,
to.
does it matter if Fred is not always awesome?
No, because they clearly don't have self-awareness to know.
Okay. All right.
Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Be like, well, actually, buddy, you're not really that awesome. Sorry. I take my compliment back. You're a D-bag. GTFO.
GTFO. That would be awesome. You should totally do that.
That would be a good response. Oh,
That
okay,
would be a
well,
really
I'll take
good
it back
response.
and I'll save it for when you really go above and beyond then.
Yeah. That's perfect, actually.
I do like that.
I do like that a lot. I definitely know someone who's like that, and those are always their response. And I just get used to it after a while, and then I just kind of giggle and I brush it off. But next time, I'm totally gonna say, "Okay, well, I take it back. I'll wait for the next time you go above and beyond. For the next time you're more awesome."
And what is the best way to respond?
Compliment until you're this awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The best way? I don't know.
I think saying thank you is totally fine. I think lots of people are actually really uncomfortable with receiving compliments, and so they deflect.
Yeah. But I really feel like saying thank you is a good thing. And I think saying you're welcome is also important.
Mm-hmm.
It never got to that in this particular case, by the way. Oh well.
They don't need to, right? So one of the things we learn when we're talking about labeled praise is like there's no reciprocity when you're doing that. You're not doing it to necessarily get anything out of return. So I think it's totally fine if nobody says anything. I think most people will acknowledge it and say thank you or try to deflect because they're uncomfortable with it, but I don't think it's necessarily rude if they don't say anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I like to me that comment's like, I remember a time when I was in high school and we were talking about something and we were walking down the hall and one of my friends was like, Ethan, the world doesn't revolve around you. And I'm like, since when?
Yeah, you do all those cute little, yeah. And then I say, yes, it does.
So yeah, it depends on the person. If it wasn't a joke, then yeah, I'd be snarky back. Make it a joke back to him, which you're pretty good at, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you could even make it a game where you just compliment them for everything, and then at the end just be like, is that your normal level? Or like preface it or something before you say it, like, okay, now you gotta let me know if this is your normal level, and then give them the compliment and be like, is that normal? Or that might be a little too sassy for some people.
That's very sassy. That's a smart ass right there. One time I got a high five from a customer and it said that I was sassy. And I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And they're like, well, it's good for you. Not very many people can say it's a good thing. But for you, it is. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks.
I recently Jess got complimented for being too nice.
Too nice.
It was awesome.
I love how you called me out,
Was the word too, T-O-O, used?
Yes. Well.
Okay, so I have a huge issue when too is used. Like, that is too funny.
Yeah, too cool. Yeah, why?
Too nice, because it's sort of like not a compliment.
Really?
It's you're saying you're excessively so.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah, in this
I've
context,
always kind of struggled with it.
This context was Jess was delivering not great news, and someone said something. They're like, "It's okay. We don't have to be like you're doing a good job of being nice, but we don't have to be nice." Was kind of what was said. The reason I said something about it too is because it was literally the first time I've ever heard anybody say something like that, where they're like, "You're being too nice about this. Please, give it to me way worse."
Yeah. He said, "We're all business professionals. You can tell it like it is." And then I'm like, well, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings because in my head, this person was not good. And so I cannot say the person that we're talking about is not good because he would take it personally. And so, yeah, that's funny.
Speaking of high fives, if you receive a high five from someone, do you reach out to them?
Yeah.
Every time.
And what is an acceptable time frame to elapse before you say something?
A day or two.
I think within a week is acceptable, and if you want the comedic value, every week after that just makes it more and more funny.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when I give out high fives, I usually get a thank you almost immediately after. I just gave one out recently and that person never thanked me. Interesting. Now that I think about that.
I have one where the clock is ticking.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
also
like
another
it's
one where
on.
like you kind of do it and then the expectation should be nothing.
Yes, that is one. But there's like a courtesy. I don't know. Because I went out of my way to like
Right.
write something up.
Right.
Yeah.
So they can go out of their way to say thanks for the money and the nice
Yeah.
little write up.
I mean, it takes, what, 10 seconds? 15 tops?
Yeah.
Right? To just, hey,
Yeah.
quick, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, Reese is done with volleyball. So
All right.
Congrats.
it is my time to drop. And thank you guys.
Thank you.